You only have one or two, maybe at the very most three spiritual fathers. We're not talking about the one is in heaven. We're talking about the person that God put on the earth to be a father to people he did not himself sire. I think one of the greatest honors God can give a man is to make him a father in the kingdom. I was talking to God one day, and the Lord spoke to me. He said, "Do you leave your children with anybody?" I said, "No, Lord. I just don't trust just anybody with my children. And I'm not being paranoid, neither am I being oversensitive. I just love my children, and I just want the very best for them." Being a good parent don't always mean giving them something. When God puts people in your care as a mentor or as a fivefold ministry person, he's saying something about you that's special. He's saying something about you that's very special. The honor of walking in the fivefold ministry. The highest office in the land and the highest office that can be argued in the world is the presidency of the United States, saying that we are an industrial nation and the most powerful one that ever graced the face of the earth. The highest office in the world, especially in lieu of the former Soviet Union, is the presidency. I wouldn't stoop for that, to turn my back on the fivefold ministry. How beautiful are the feet of those who preach the gospel of peace. And he shows his love to you by sending people to be over you who have your very best interest at hand. If your parents didn't live up to that expectation, in the kingdom he will send spiritual ones. And Paul is talking, no doubt, to Timothy and some of his other spiritual sons. You got 10,000 instructors, but you got only one spiritual dad. We are experiencing, America is experiencing the backlash of a fatherless generation. What we are experiencing socially, morally, financially, and spiritually is the result of children that are now growing up without fathers. And I'll tell you this, beloved, a problem unlearned will be a problem returned. Because if we're going through hell now, because this generation grew up without fathers, we got brothers that are saved and love God, I believe, but what they don't understand, brothers, you can't operate in nothing you don't know anything about. And fathers need to understand, you can teach what you know, but you only impart what you are. What am I trying to tell you? Huh? I can stand in front of you and look the road, honey. Talk this thing. Act this thing. But when I go to lay hands on you, whatever I really am gets imparted into you. There's an indictment in the church that the church has been fatherless. But where are the fathers? When the sons drink from the Father's cup, they will be filled with what the Father is filled with. God has not given a man a woman's pattern to emulate. God is restoring the fathers to America. Is restoring the fathers. Watch what God's going to do. You're hearing it first here. A lot of your celebrities, people of notoriety and wealth and fame, he's saving them and making them fathers. I said, that's so? Lord said to me, he said, Cliff, one of the responsibilities for notoriety is to preach the gospel. God said, fine, I'm going to show you, you can do nothing without me.